What time is it? It's party time. Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't know anything. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Yes. Oh, I should probably... I'll do the intro too. What is up? I am back. I'm playing Stanley Parable. So when we started the game, pretty much that's when the start of the game starts. The game starts as soon as you get into the game. It just asks me a bunch of questions like, do you truly know what time it is, and stuff like that. So let's go through the dialogue, or the rest of the dialogue right now. All right. Sure, I'll adjust all the game settings to your exact specific, but who's that? It's just what do like a job. And now the job is over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can, and I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being truly honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyways. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There is still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again if you find me. Talk soon. Alright. Continuing with the Stanley Parable 2. We are. And I will actually... because this game is loud. I'm turning it down to 54. Maybe 57. Begin the game. Let's begin the game. It's the story of a man named Stanley. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
All of
be?
his co-workers are
Stanley
gone.
decided to go to the
Meeting today.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And I wanted to try find all the figurines, the Stanley rings, or whatever they're called.
And a better co-worker. In time, perhaps, he would become both of those things. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest.
I don't know where exactly all the rest of them are, but we can actually try to look for them and find them. Oh, look, we're in the... It says, where are all the Stanley rings? So we got the one below the stairs. Alright. We're walking upstairs to the boss's office. We did get the one in the bathroom, too. So I want to see if there's one down below here. It's 2, 8, 4, 5, right?
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes.
All
This
right.
is certainly the most logical explanation.
The bucket is guiding me. Yes. That's true. That's the true
The
thing.
elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together,
Mooney.
if not for the bucket.
Yes.
Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring
I've had
him
lots of
with
chatters
dark
today
uncertainty.
during this live stream.
Right.
Pretty good.
It is here for you,
We got
Stanley.
one raid.
Everything will
Heck yeah. That's been one of my most successful streams
Stanley and the
so
bucket
far.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind
Actually,
Control
I
Facility.
should check every corner and stuff. Let's try walk over there with the bucket eventually too.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
All right.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped. Monitored.
I'm a little bit tired, but I'm pushing through.
Had never seen anything
Sorry about yawning.
and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything.
I'm going on to 7 hours now in the stream. Be about 8 hours when I stop.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does
This has
the
been
bucket
a
want
long
to do
stream,
or not want to do?
especially when I only stream for about
These questions raced
3 to 4 hours nowadays.
through his mind. No! He screamed into the bucket.
I have streamed for
His own life in someone else's control.
this time
Never. He squeezed
amount
the
of time
bucket tighter. His
a couple
hands
times,
in the entire
a lot of times actually.
At this point, he
That's
could
normally
actually
what I was doing originally,
for
was
the
streaming about 7 hours. And then I just couldn't do it.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold...
I need to find the Stanley figurines.
Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human.
Hello, Stanley figurines? I'm not even listening to the right narrator
Two
right now.
best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They
Up
high-fived
against
in a
the wall.
playful way.
Where?
The bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
You gotta take down the system. Take down the system, man. Big red button. Yeah, this button endings, yeah, very complicated, and I probably won't figure out by myself. Probably would have to look that up. Dang. Console disabled. Mind control status offline. Yeah, there's just no Stanley figurines over here. That sucks. I was wasted time then going down here. Where are all the other ones then? That's going to be fun trying to find them.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley... But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's
And this is
plan
the
all
bird
along,
ending.
to take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
I've already got this ending. I just wanted to check if
Stanley was prepared to
there
throw
was
the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an
any
image appeared on the enormous screen. Birds. Silly
birds.
The control buttons became active again.
I can't get out of the room anymore. So I guess I have to click through. I've already seen that both of these endings with the bucket.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind
There's so many endings in this game.
disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along?
Man,
Stanley
how do I find all the Stanley figurines?
The one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because
I never gone through the lift,
here in
like
their place.
taking the lift completely. I've never done that. I need to do that.
Imaginable.
I'm gonna try that.
All the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
We'll do it with the bucket. Do that ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had... Not everyone is so lucky to have a bucket, but Stanley...
Not everybody is so lucky to have a bucket. My bucket is my friend. Isn't there a room that you can like press on a bunch of times and it
Stanley clutched the bucket.
unlocks that achievement?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the
I don't know
LED
what
light
room it
was
is.
simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No, I'm not going to the meeting room.
No.
I'm going over
Said the
here.
bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go
No,
somewhere else.
don't go to the meeting room.
Good.
Yeah, the cargo left. Good.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something
Yeah.
up there I need you to do.
Yeah.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk.
No.
Stanley chose not to
The
think of
bucket
this.
can talk to me. The bucket is my
Observed the
friend.
notice that the bucket had spoken to him.
Bucket.
And he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Alright.
In here.
Said the bucket.
Go into this dark room over
I'm
here.
pretty much have to go this way.
Obeyed blindly.
Oh, there's a dark room over here. Man, my eyes are starting to fall asleep.
Now pick up the phone.
Pick up the phone. Let's go.
This is the sad story of a man named Stanley.
This is a sad
and his
story.
bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely.
Oh, look,
and could
I
use
can
it.
ring this doorbell.
And then, very
Huh.
distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could
This is my apartment. Ah. Oh, look, there's a bucket on the picture frame right there. It's an abstract painting, but it's a bucket. Jazz music. No other references to a bucket. Oh, the bucket's right here. I found my bucket. Hello, Stanley, it's me, your bucket. Press B to talk. Take me to work with you. Oh, heck
Stanley
yeah.
Parable reassurance bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship.
Where's the bucket? Where's my
It doesn't
bucket?
literally talk and give you orders.
Oh, there's my
But
bucket.
Stanley's hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
I found my bucket. Press A to take me back home with you. Okay.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned? as well?
The
To see
paintings
him
it
losing
change.
focus, obsessing
Where's
over
my
an
bucket?
inanimate metal
Oh, there's my
object.
bucket.
I want to say something to him, but I
Oh,
don't
my
know how I can
bucket.
convince him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
Go back to work. All right, go back to work.
Oh, I'll try anyway. Stanley,
Stanley,
listen to me.
can you hear me?
It's just a bucket. It can't think. It can't talk.
Oh,
All it will ever truly do
it's
for you
my
is
bucket.
effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It
Yeah, but it's
doesn't
my
do
bucket.
anything else.
But it's my bucket. Don't listen to the loud man. Press left for us to go back home. All right, let's go.
You see, he's not listening. He's still taking orders from the bucket. You know, once upon a time, it was me he took orders from. Me he trusted and listened to. Now all
Yeah.
he cares about is his awful bucket. His stupid
I care about the bucket. Press Y to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on.
Oh,
he's just
here's the
going to
bucket.
cling
I
to
found
this
my bucket.
This cold, empty bucket. This sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have
Oh,
a shiny.
now even the narrator likes the bucket. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Press Y to go back home.
Yes, I suppose on closer inspection that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little,
Yeah.
what am I trying to say?
Well, it has stickers.
Sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid.
This is my bucket,
Might
though.
be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
And my bucket. Here. I'm gonna double check that the audio is good. Yeah, the audio's fine. Stanley. Stanley. It's a great game. I totally do recommend it. It's amazing. Yeah, it's a little bit pricey, but it's good. It's a good game.
Oh my God,
Oh my god,
what am I saying?
what am I saying?
Carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket.
It's a
Though I feel
bucket.
some need to point out the ways in which it's so
It
much
is
more
just a
than
bucket.
regular bucket.
But it's my bucket. And my bucket.
Oh no, I'm having feelings for the bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it asks. What's
No,
wrong with
it's
me?
my
I don't
bucket.
understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes, the bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Looks there's a painting or a picture of the bucket right there. And then there's Jazz Night with a bucket and a cello. That's a cello, right? Go back to work, Stanley. Alright. I don't think this is the end of the ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps it takes a lot of humility to carry a bucket so magnificent. Stanley checked his
Oh,
ego
I
and then
guess that
his-
is the ending. That one. Huh.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him.
Where is
Employee
the Stanley
was simply the
finger
place to be.
reins?
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room?
I don't
Yes,
see the
yes,
Stanley
yes,
figurines.
perhaps it. No, never mind. The
No,
bucket was
never
wrong.
mind.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room. And so the two
I'm
of
just
them
trying to
went through
look for the
entrance
Stanley
and followed
figurine.
straight ahead to the opposite door.
I can't figure out where the other last couple are. Oh, here's mission status inside a sequel exhibit. A large room, lots of boxes, stairs, something to do with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. Near a fireplace. Near a fireplace. Huh. Red and blue. I understand where that is, I think. And where the fireplace. Where is that? Is that in the boss's office?
Staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Somewhere near a fireplace.
Stepping into his manager's office,
There is a
Stanley
fireplace
was
right
once again
here.
stunned to discover not an indication
But
of any human life.
or is it
Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing presence of the bucket.
2, 8, 4, 5?
But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes. This is
And maybe it's over here somewhere. I can barely see. Oh, I found it. So it is right there.
You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the
Very
second,
last
and
one.
that will
Nice.
be it. We'll be different people by then.
And I didn't go into this corner. I went this way and just skipped it. Figure Aglarines. Alright, well. Is there any endings I can get I've never gotten? Yeah, I can go do the kill yourself ending. Alright. Escape ending. The bucket, let's do that.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Yeah, that's fine. I want to see what the difference is for this one.
Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn
I don't think I
around and get
saw
away.
the official ending of the last
At
one,
this
though.
point, Stanley and the bucket
The one
knowingly
with
walked
not the
forward
bucket.
into a very
Because I
dangerous
quit the
situation.
game. Because it was like, oh, the only way to do it is to quit the game. So it told me that, and I thought I was going to get a special ending. And no, yeah, you just quit the game. Alright. This is my bucket.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
The bucket.
Sure,
The
it
bucket
was
is my
fine
friend. The
to
bucket
ease,
is my
but
friend.
what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself, and he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying
I'm
the
trying-
bucket everywhere.
Lock my
Farewell,
phone.
Stanley.
Oh, I'm gonna get crushed. Goodbye. Oh, the time stopped.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the
Farewell.
bucket led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
Yes.
In a single
Yes.
visceral instant,
Yes.
the bucket's life came to an end, as it
Yes.
was crushed violently to death.
You don't want to talk about Stanley? I am Stanley. Maybe the bucket is Stanley. I don't
It
know.
was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all
The
buckets
bucket.
are radiant in their own way, but this one stood above the rest. It was a
The
glorious bucket.
And that's a lot of white. That hurts my head. Oh my god. The bucket. Welcome you to the grand exhibit. You are standing at the pierce of knowledge. Much like a bucket itself, the human mind is frequently empty without a cavernous void, but through us of the exhibit in front of you, the mind becomes full of enriched and substances. Knowledge of the bucket is its history, is the only true knowledge we really have. Will you take what you have learned here out with you into the world? Will you accept with an open mind that you may be challenging about the information in this exhibit? Will you change the lives of yourself, your loved ones, as a result of this exhibit? Or will you turn a blind eye and continue to live as you were in ignorance and darkness? That's pretty nice.
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take
Bunch
a
of
bucket
buckets.
like this and
A
to
photo
fill it
of
with his own?
25 buckets, the greatest number of buckets ever captured on camera. The photographer experimented criteric shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria and exposure to this many buckets at once. Yeah, that's way more than 25 buckets. Just saying. This is like Leonardo da Vinci's thing with a bucket. A bucket with two handles. This bucket is depicted as having two handles, such as a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and reckless experiment. Every year, dozens of people are put to death just for attempting it. Inferno Bucket, a replica of the Inferno Bucket in which the medieval era was so powerfully hilary that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet, in despite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. The stress bucket in ontology. Worry, negative, foresight, forecast, negative thinking, lack of restraints. The variable size of the strength of the bucket. Copying strength whole. Rest, relaxation, doing something you enjoy, rest and relaxation. Stress, the level of water in the bucket. The stress bucket, presented without commentary. Well, I probably should have read that before, because I made some commentary for it. Oh, you can hear some sounds. It's kind of low. Cave drawing. Well, we know the bucket predated the existence of mankind. We do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical use of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Alright.
No man can own a bucket. And
No man
certainly
can
not
own a
one
bucket.
as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Man should kneel before a bucket. The handle, hanging bucket. The piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there is yet more that is always out of reach. This distance, immeasurable, is for our own good. I got the bucket.
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
It's gonna tell me to quit the game.
Let him be
Oh,
crushed by
it's telling me to let Stanley die.
Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket. We can save the
Ugh.
world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let
No.
die together. The bucket shall take its place as ruler, as leader,
No.
as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that bucket is crushed, so yeah, I can't become the leader of the world unless you want a crush bucket to become the leader of the world. All right. I never had that ending. That was a good ending.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to
All
the
right.
meeting room. Stanley cradled the bucket in a gentle embrace.
I know where the next Stanley figurine is. It is somewhere red and blue, so it's over near the red and blue door.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Oh wait, we'll do the
Said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room.
Though I'm questioning if I
Cargo lift, yes.
can do this with only the
Bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the
with the
top.
bucket.
There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed
I'm
him,
thinking
because buckets can't
I can get it.
But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket
Alright.
asked.
Now we can look for the Stanley figurine. Has to be somewhere in here.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point."
No buckets past
Stanley,
this point.
How could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless,
Yeah, dang.
what if the problem
It's going to be...
know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose
Yeah.
you know a lot about your behavior up to this
You got two endings that we've already done.
Well, my goodness. I think we have to do something about it. This
But it's
mystery
because I'm
is
trying to look for the Stanley figurine.
on the entire rest of the game, if not addressed quickly and properly.
So I have to come back here without a bucket and see if I can find the Stanley figurine. No, we're going to restart.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Unless that's not the area I'm supposed to be going. But it does make a lot of sense. Both red and blue. That's pretty much the only area that's both red and blue.
Stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, Stanley is going this way.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah,
Look,
that's
Stanley,
nice.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the
I still haven't gone
story has been
to
about
that
nothing
door
new
with just regular Stanley.
This
Oh,
someone
not
is
the bucket.
correcting Stanley. Someone you've... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Yep,
that convinced
zero
that I want something
consideration
bad to
for
happen
others.
to you? Why, I
Mhm.
don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Alright,
let me prove it.
I see the Stanley figurine.
There it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Save it.
Stiggly,
This
save the
is a
man.
real accomplishment.
It's
This
a
is
real
doing something
accomplishment.
just for the sake of doing it. Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done.
It's done.
together. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
Nice.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
What's through the red door? I don't even know what that ending is.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley
No.
walked. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find
Let's
out
go
what lies at the end of this road
here.
you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here.
There's nothing here.
Building this section of the map.
Let's see if I can get a different ending.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I'd written out specifically
Broken
for you?
developer
You
textures.
don't think I
Yep.
put a lot of time into that, because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of
Alright,
everyone.
let's see if I...
Go ahead,
What if I go through the left door?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version.
It just brings you to this room.
Benefited from a large
Even if you go through the
Feel
left
free
door.
To be honest, I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I
See?
knew I was
Yeah,
onto something.
5.
Where do
I'll give you a good rating this
inspiration
time.
come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul.
Built in my
Can't do that,
soul.
Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Stanley Parable World Leaderboard. At 21% of people skip the intro. Oh, now I'm Stanley 427. I think that's different than last time. Why not ask your friends on your friends list? Error. Dead rat is offline. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is just what happens. But I think this might be real data over here, but the left side is probably fake information. Yes, look at this. How the heck did they get 2 seconds? That's impossible. Unless they're cheating. Alright, let's go to the left door.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again,
Yep.
honest answers, please.
Yep.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity.
Alright, I'll play
to
the
get some
game for
latest.
real this time.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a
Alright.
very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course,
Alright.
the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective?
Yeah, no.
Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
I wonder if you really truly have to sit here for 4 hours and do this. I wonder if someone actually did this for 4 hours. I bet there is someone that actually did this. I bet there is an ending for sitting here for 4 hours doing this. Oh my god, I can't deal with this for 4 hours. That would be insane. I gave you courage, whoever did that for 4 hours.
You heartless bastard. Did you you because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
No, it's because I don't want to sit there for 4 hours.
I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see.
We'll get the Rocket League. Yeah, this. So, I already had this ending, so I guess we'll just restart then. What the heck?
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life?
Yeah, sure.
Filling you to the brim with inner richness? Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Alright, let's go revisit the figurines. When Stanley found the collectibles. Remember when Stanley found the collectibles? Game Festival. Oh, here's the first one I found.
The first collectible. Back
Yep.
then we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so
And now this is my 7th one.
never be like that again.
7 out of 6. Let's go. Alright.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your
Nice.
own, just by poking around in the warehouse. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then, I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me.
I'm not
in
gonna
all
jump
sorts of
off.
mundane, unremarkable ways.
Oh, now I can go over this way.
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found your third mini Stan? Can you remember?
I'm pretty sure it's under the stairs.
Hey, that's exactly right. It was here, under the stairs. It was the third one. You picked it up, and then after that, you had 3 of them. I'm glad these moments are so crystal clear in your memory, but I shouldn't be surprised. After all, science tells us that it's impossible to forget your third time doing anything.
9 out of 6. Alright. How many Stanley figurines can we collect?
Oh yes, we found a figure in this pink room. Oh, well,
No.
I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Huh. Yeah, this room was not where I found the next one.
This was the
I did find this one.
and this one was really something special.
Yeah.
It was behind the boss's office. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is
Oh, skip the
particularly
bathroom.
special to me, I made a little video to commemorate the occasion. Enjoy.
How we found it. By the narrator. What's that over there? Wow. It's a mini Stanley figurine number 5. Wow. Clap. You found it. It's behind the boss's office. And this directed by the narrator, edited by the narrators.
Takes you back, doesn't it?
Stanley by
A
Stanley.
lot of time making that video,
Nice.
but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything else.
Alright, now we go down. Oh no, we go left, right.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here by
Yes.
the red and blue doors. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind.
Because the
That's
last
because
one.
It was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works? All I know is that this is the moment where you picked
This
up
was the
picture
last
and
one I
thought to
picked up.
myself, yes, that's all of them. They're all collected. It was a moment unlike any other. Except for the other moments picking up figurines, which it was exactly like.
It doesn't matter which door I go through. There's a TV with a TV inside of it and a TV inside of that.
Because we've caught up to the
You
present
are
moment.
in the
Nothing
present.
left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
The past? No, I don't think this is the end.
No, I'm not
Oh.
done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite
All right.
direction. See how that feels.
Let's go. Alright.
Okay, yes, the room with the red and blue doors.
Yeah.
I remember this.
13 out of
I
6
must say,
now.
of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most distinct and clear in my mind. Let's keep going. I want more.
Alright.
Here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
14 out of 6. Yeah. Yeah. You just fast forward through it like crazy.
I love that video.
That's a pink room.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley.
No.
This one, good room. This one. A solid room.
Yeah. That didn't happen, that's why.
These really were a treat to hunt down. You know, if there had been any kind of reward for finding all of these, it really would have muted.
This is the reward for finding all of them.
I'm very glad we resisted the temptation. Next one.
Alright. 16 out of 6. I wonder if I go this way, what will happen? Nothing. Can't go this way.
This was the second Figley. Don't you remember? Yes, I
Yes.
remember it too. The past is truly a
17 out of 6.
Why does anyone ever choose to leave it? Keep going.
I almost fell off. Let's go.
The very first one we found in the exhibit where I
18
introduced you to the Figlerine.
out of 6.
Oh, I want more memories, Stanley. I want to keep going. What else is there? What came before this?
Collect them all. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Collectible. The jump circle.
Terrible new content that we were originally sold on. I remember hating it back then. But time does put a rosy
Nice.
filter on everything. In fact, I dare say I'm actually quite fond of it.
There's a mod to enable the jumping everywhere and unlimited jumps.
Double doors. Who could have forgotten that? A classic memory, this one.
Eventually, I want to play around with that. If the person who made that mod put it up, I think they did.
And for everything else, there was your office.
I'll try to play around with that next time I play this
Something
game.
else? Was there something that came before your office? There's something I feel I can remember. I can remember. Yes, I'm remembering something now.
Alright,
I remember before this whole story got started. Back then I was
different.
I used to make big decisions. I was passionate. I was skeptical. I weighed each decision with profound thoughtfulness. And then somewhere along the way, I stopped making decisions. I became lazy. And I came up with a character named Stanley to do my thinking for me. He would make the decisions, he would decide which way to go. I would cheer him on as he collected figurines for no reason. Why did I find Stanley? Was I lonely? Yes, perhaps that's it. Perhaps I needed to imagine I had companionship. And Stanley really did make a wonderful companion, even if he was a fiction.
Man,
I suppose it's grown
I'm
old,
super
right?
tired.
I want to think for myself.
After this ending, I have to get off.
Go back to how it used to be. Yes, I can be on my own again. I can do it. I'll be stronger this time. I'll take care of myself. I don't need Stanley anymore. Oh, but he truly was so much fun to play with. You know what? Since we're in the memory zone, how about one more good memory? Let's go back just once and give Stanley one more run of the office, and then I'll retire him for good. I did enjoy telling his story so very much. Okay, here we go. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
It's the story of a man named Stanley. Alright, this was after the fact me. So there is an audio issue now, so I couldn't have any audio during these parts. And so I just cut out the last little part of this video. I did go for the other ending to see if there is anything different, but no, there's nothing. So I'm going to end the video here right now. We will be playing again. Next episode will be the epilogue. I didn't see that until I actually did the game and saw it. So I didn't even actually touch on that in this video originally. But so if you like this video, please do like it, comment, and subscribe. We did explore a bunch of stuff in this video. We explored all the Stan Lorraines. I'm sorry about the audio desync issue. I tried to fix that as best as I can. So it's not perfect, but it is enough that you can actually get what it says. Alright, see you next video. Alright, bye.